And this is a very long lens shot. This is probably a 150 millimeter lens shot, and it's designed to stack the frame. Now, a lot of this sequence was shot with long lenses, and it's hard to imagine Titanic as being a low-budget movie, but if you looked 10 degrees over that way or 10 degrees over that way, it was Baja, California. We were down in Rosarito Beach. So we had a piece of backing that was supposed to look like the city of Southampton at the Southampton docks. And if I moved off that backing, I was looking at scrub brush and hills. So not exactly a low-budget film, but every film has its limitations. Now we're creating an anticipation. Somebody's coming. Who is it? Somebody, the door's being open. We see a hand come out. So Rose's introduction is her hand, her calfskin glove hand, and her foot delicately comes out in her little parasol and her hat. Right now, she's a hat, you know, in the same way that that Quaritch was boots. You know, the synecdoche principle, that the character is reduced to an object that represents that character. It's a highly fashionable hat. It's a rich girl hat. It was a very expensive hat. It was probably a unique hat from a couture designer in London. And then we meet her. And she's absolutely gorgeous. And I think for the average audience member, this is a moment that says, okay, she's the character. She's the one I'm going to follow. We also have a foreknowledge. We've seen this character. We've seen her at the age of 103 in the sort of the prologue of the film, and we've been taken back in time through her narrative. She's the storyteller. So what did she look like when she was 19? You know, we've seen her as the old lady. Now we're going to go back and see her in her at this age. And so there's actually a few layers playing at this exact moment, even before the hat reveal takes place. And there's just something quite elegant about that hat reveal. And of course, it was a fair number of takes to get the crane moved just right and landing at the right time, and Kate's timing and what she looked at with kind of interest and how she kind of hit that pose. And so to me, that's, maybe it's a little too classic, or maybe it's just classic enough to set a tone for this film, which plays by very classic rules of cinematography. It's not an iconoclastic film in that way. It's not trying to play by some very stylized rule set. It's trying to use classic cinematic technique to tell the story. We cut away to something else. We cut away to two other shots. We introduce Cal. That's important. He is, in a way, the adversary, or one of the adversaries of the film. And then we come back. We come back to Rose, and she speaks.
It doesn't look